And I go, whoop, right into the bathroom, grab my bucket.
That's right. That's exact. And then it just feels like, wow, this
Yeah,
is just
yeah.
so
Mhm.
complete.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very good suggestion. I'm glad I could hear it and I'm glad I took it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So good morning, everyone. Do we have anyone new today that is first time to the side room?
Maybe Sintra Subkaran. I'm seeing first time here.
Jai Shri Mataji. I'm not new. I usually join, but occasionally. But I joined the regular weekly ones.
Nice. Welcome. Welcome to today's session. So assuming everybody is ready with their foot soak water, and also like you are familiar with foot soak, anybody who is not familiar either with foot soak or bandhan this morning? That's nice that everybody is already familiar with bandhan and foot soak, so we can get started with meditation right away. So today we will use candle.
Didi, we can give another couple of minutes
Yeah. No, I
for
was just
everyone to
telling,
join. Yeah,
I just wanted to, if they want to bring a candle and ice pack, I just wanted to give them some time.
sure.
So anybody who hasn't have bought a candle and ice pack, you can go grab it, and it's okay if you don't have both of them ready. But if you do and it's easy for you to grab the candle and an ice pack and just keep them ready. You can light the candle and keep it on your left side. And while we wait, if anyone has any questions or anything they would want to share, you can unmute, ask, or share.
Didi, if you are talking, you're on mute.
No, I'm not talking, Maya. I'm just enjoying the silence already.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready, when you think we can get started. Shall we wait until 10?
I think you can start with the introduction of the topic and
Okay.
what we are going to cover.
Okay. Awesome. Good morning, everyone. My name is Fani Sri Lakshmi, and I'm joining from Columbus, Ohio. Assuming most of you know, so we will get started with today's topic because we're going to cover a couple of things, and we might use up the entire hour. So it's nice to have a few minutes ahead of us. Like I mentioned before, please have your candle and your ice pack ready if you have not already. And today's topic is Sahasrara Chakra, the last chakra on the top of our head, the seventh energy center, which is the energy center that integrates all other energy centers in our brain. And that's why it is called as the center of integration. It integrates our heart and our mind. Once our heart and our mind, our brain are integrated and aligned, everything seems to fall in place internally, and our perception about our world changes. And there just seems to be like this alignment, harmony, integration within and without. And today's topic that Srimataji is going to talk about is a very deep subject, and it is one of those talks that it's my go-to talks, but it's also one of the talks with a lot of depth and content, which we won't understand when we listen for the first time. And there are few topics that Srimataji talks that I'm still trying to understand myself, and it's like they just land that the message behind what Srimataji is trying to say lands into our being, bypassing our mind effortlessly when we are ready for it, whenever we are ready. And personally, if I don't understand something, or I just let it go and I just wait for the next sentence, next message that's coming out from the speech, like an empty bowl that just waits for this message to land effortlessly without having to analyze or intercept through our mind. So just try to see what you're able to understand. If there's some things that you don't understand, it's completely okay, because what works through Srimataji's talk is the essence that is carried out in the form of vibrations about what she's explaining. Like what she's explaining has that essence already in it, even if we understand it on a mental level or not. If our system is ready, we are able to absorb it. Our kundalini is able to respond, absorb, and even like open up few of these energy flow in our chakras or channels. It's able to like clear up some of the path. We may feel it, we may not feel it. The working of our kundalini and its response in meditation, through vibrations, And that could be through collective meditation, vibrations of the collectivity, or Sri Mataji's talks. Whatever it is, the work happens through the form of vibrations. And sometimes we feel it's working through how we feel, like how our own subtle system responds in when we feel the vibrations. Sometimes it's just like a click in the mind, or sometimes it's just silence. And sometimes we may not even notice it. And everything is completely okay. And what we are trying to do in today's session is a step forward and in our ascent, not just individual, but also collective. So just keep that in mind and listen to Srimataji's talk like an empty vessel and see what effortlessly lands. And also the talk, I think when Srimataji was talking, there was translation going on in another language. And so the talk was, the translation was taken out and the talk, was just made so that it is English and it flows freely. And so there might be some disruption because of the translation, the taking out the translation from the actual talk. You'll notice that it breaks abruptly and then starts on a little bit here and there, not too much. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that. With that, our goal today is to kind of focus on our vibrations, our sensitivity to vibrations, and allowing the collective vibrations to open up our chakras and channels furthermore so we can receive them. And that is the reason today we are going to use both candle and ice pack in our meditation so that we kind of clear our left channel through the candle, our right channel through ice pack and foot soak. And the talk is going to be about 18 minutes. Throughout those 18 minutes, we will try to maintain the state of silence with utmost sincerity and try to use our hands, which we just clear with candle and foot soak. Like let's use our hands as much as we can to maintain our attention on our Sahasrara in silence, minimizing distractions and any mental chatter, any repercussions, reactions in our mind. And see how that increases the sensitivity of our vibrations. And the talk also mentions about some really important qualities and how understanding the importance and significance of these qualities like witnessing power, compassion, and forgiveness is so fundamental to our state of meditation and also how we approach life. That is when our effort to meditate and our understanding of this combine to give us this path and approach towards life. And that is the whole goal of our meditation. So with that, we will get started. I'm hoping you all have your foot soak, candle, and ice pack ready. And if you don't have any of that, that is completely okay. You can still meditate. Follow along the affirmations. It is our attention that is important. Right? With that, we'll get started. You can put the slide up for Bandhan if anybody would like the reference. Let's settle down. Bring our attention inward. Let us, with all sincerity and honesty, set intention for ourselves, individually and collectively, to fully utilize this time together. To make an effort to maintain the silence in the present moment. With that, let's take our journey inwards to the absolute truth, to the reality. Let's bring our right hand on our heart. Let's feel the pulsation in our heart and our true self. Let's ground ourselves in this truth and simply, effortlessly assume the position of our spirit. That is complete in itself. We can all affirm, I am the pure spirit. I'm not this mind. I'm not these thoughts. I am the pure spirit. Bring our right hand on our lap. Assuming the state of the spirit, let us bring our attention to our Mother Kundalini in our sacrum bone. Let us request our Mother Kundalini to cleanse all our chakras and channels, to take us into the state of yoga, union, oneness. In this moment, let's give our complete control to our Mother Kundalini. Using both our hands, we will invite her to our Sahasrara, raising our Kundalini and putting ourselves into a bandhan. Raise our Kundalini 3 times. Bandhan or the protection around ourselves 7 times. Let us bring our right hand to the top of our head. Press our right hand, the center of our right hand on the top of our palm, on the top of our head. Establish the connection with our seventh energy center. Feeling this thread of energy from our sacrum bone to our fontanel bone on the top of our head. We are just observing the connection that already exists from our birth. Raise our right hand a few inches above. Mother Kundalini, please strengthen our yoga. Please dissolve our individual identity into the collective identity, into the universal identity. Let's repeat the same with our left hand. Press the left hand, center of the palm, on the top of our head. Press it. Feel the space. Raise the left hand. Few inches above. Mother Kundalini, please strengthen our yoga. Let's feel this thread of energy expand from the top of our head to the place where our left hand is. Bring it back on our lap. Both hands on our lap. Attention on that energy on the top of our head. Giving complete control. In the moment. Let us bring the candle. We'll bring the wrist of our left hand on the top of our candle, maintaining our attention on the top of our head. What we will do with the candle is give the light and the heat of the candle time and space to cleanse and lighten our left side. We will hold firm onto our desire, giving complete control to this light and the heat of the candle to establish harmony. The tip of the nerve at the wrist of our left hand gives access to the first energy center. Let it be cleansed and balanced with the light and the heat. Let's move the tip of the thumb to the candle. giving access to this light and the heat to our second energy center on the left hand side. In silence, allow it to be cleansed and balanced. Let's bring the tip of our middle finger to the flame of the candle, just enough to feel a little bit of heat, and let the light enlighten the tip of our middle finger, which connects to the third energy center. When we give complete control to the elements, having faith in their ability to cleanse us, that is our only affirmation. Let's move the little finger, tip of our little finger, to the top of our candle. Let the heat and the light element enlighten our heart chakra through the tip of our little finger. Let's bring the tip of our index finger to the flame of the candle, giving it the time and space to cleanse our fifth energy center. You can see sometimes if your energy center is strong, when you bring your tip to the heat, you actually feel coolness. That is the miracle of our being. Let's bring the tip of our ring finger to the candle, giving it the time and space to cleanse the sixth energy center, the storehouse of our past, actions, emotions, karmas. Let this candle cleanse, burn away any negative energy, negative force in our left channel, the sixth energy center. In this very moment, let it all be cleansed. Let's bring the center of our palm to the tip of the candle. Let it balance the seventh energy center and the entire left channel. Let's bring all the five fingers, make it like a, let the five fingers come together. Let them feel the heat with our attention on the center of our head. You can now put the candle aside. Let's now rotate our right hand around the foot soak water, allowing the vibrations from our right hand to flow into the water, asking Mother Kundalini to vibrate this water so it can absorb, it has the power to absorb, suck in all the negative foods from us. Then let's put our feet in the water. Now that we cleansed our left channel through the candle, we will bring the ice pack and put the ice pack on our liver, which is on the right side of our body, the abdomen. Let's hold the ice pack on the liver, which extends from the right stomach and a little bit down to the right Swadhisthana, which is the second energy center. Let the ice pack sit on the liver. With our attention on the top of our head, the center point on the top of our head. Which is the opening to the divine energy. We observe our entire right channel. Observe when we are connected to the divine energy, when we experience this oneness, our observing sheds divine light. Our attention becomes enlightened. It gets the power to cleanse. Let's observe our entire right channel. And desire for all these feelings of I-ness, ego, anger, aggression, that we are aware of, that we are not aware of, to leave our body in this very moment. Into the foot soak water. Let's stand firm in silence, giving control to the divine energy to dispel all negative forces of I-ness, anger, aggression, domination. To leave our body right now. And any heat that has been accumulated through our sense of accomplishments, ego, actions, let all of that dissipate from our body. Mother Kundalini, please cool down my entire right channel. Balance my actions. Please bring peace into my attention. Let the ice pack rest on your, you can take the ice pack from your liver. Let it rest on your right hand just for a couple of seconds. And you can take it and keep it back on your liver or take it out however you feel like. If you're still feeling any heat in the right side, you can keep it on your liver or take it out. Both hands on our lamp. Attention along the center channel, the channel of our seeking, our ascent, inner transformation, channel of our introspection, discretion. Let's feel the silence established in our center channel. Those who already feel the silence can pray that this silence is established in our entire collectivity right now. Everybody is pulled into this silence. Praying for the collective is one way to open our Sahasrara and to keep it open. Let us raise both our hands now towards the sky. All of us raise both hands towards the sky, fingertips pointing to the sky. We have cleansed our fingertips through the candle and the eyes. And let's see how their sensitivity has increased. Point the fingers towards the sky. And let's collectively express the desire, Mother Kundalini, please give me the experience of the divine love, the all-pervading divine love on my fingertips. We'll tilt our head up as if we're looking into the sky. Put our attention on the fingertips of both the hands. And those who feel some sensation on their fingertips can ask, is this the love of God, the Parama Chaitanya? cool breeze of the divine. Is this the cool breeze of the divine? Let's bring both our hands on our lap. Cross both our hands at our heart, feeling the and expressing the gratitude for this clearance to our energy, Mother Kundalini, and the divine love within and around us. With that, we can now rinse our feet. We can now, keeping that and maintaining that state of silence, listen to Srimatiji's talk, keeping our attention on the center point on the top of our head. In the talk, Srimatiji mentions that this point on the top of our head is the center of our being, and when we go deep into meditation, we realize that it is also the center of the universe. That is because it is the opening to the divine energy of the universe. And in also another talk, she mentions that when we are there fully, we are not only here, but also everywhere at the same time. Let us all listen to the talk in this state, from this point that is here and also everywhere.
It is so wonderful for your mother to see so many beautiful Sahajogis assembled together on this day of Sahasrara. I think the first era of Sahajoga has ended now, a new has started. In the first era of Sahajoga, the starting point was first the opening of the Sahasrara, and gradually it's not on my that's okay. It's not. and gradually moving towards the completion, I find there are so many who are great Sahajogis today. The first one was, we can say, is just the awakening of the Kundalini. It is a very natural process of growth that you have gone through, piercing the fontanelle bone area. As you see on top of your head, these bandhans, that's how you too have in your head, same way. And you have the chakras, same way, built in your Sahasrara. So in the first era of Sahaja Yoga, we have awakened the deities in your centers, in the medulla oblongata and also in the brain. But now the time has come for us to spread it on a horizontal level. And to move it on the horizontal level, we have to understand how to go about it. Like the 7 colors of the rainbow, we have got 7 colors of the light of these centers or the chakras. And when we start it from the back, from the Muladhara, bringing it up to this side, Agya, then it is placed in a different order if you see it clearly. I mean to say that in the Sahasrara, because it's a concave placement, it is important to understand that the center of the fontanelle bone area corresponds to our heart. Heart is the pivotal point for the second irana. I hope you understand what I mean. If you have to place your attention to Sahasrara, first thing you have to do is to pay attention to your heart. In the Sahasrara, the heart chakra and the heart itself, the Atma, coincide. The Jagadamba becomes one with the heart. That is the Atma. So we see that here the yoga takes place. At this point of time, it is very important to understand that we have to take a bigger step. The whole Sahasrara moves in this way. All these chakras throw their lights in this way, in a clockwise manner, and this axis is the heart. So the essence of all the religions, of all the prophets, of all the incarnations is compassion, and is placed in this chakra of heart. Thus we understand that in the second era, now we have to have compassion. It's the manifestation now of the compassion. If God Almighty had no compassion, He would not have created this great universe. Actually, His power or the Adi Shakti is the embodiment of His compassion. And this compassion has brought forth all the evolution to human level and even your emancipation as Sahajogis. And compassion is always completely covered with forgiveness. You can see the Trinity meets at this point. Of God is forgiveness, is the embodiment of forgiveness. So the God Almighty, who is the witness, the mother, who is the compassion, and the child, who is the forgiveness, all of them meet at heart chakra in the Sahasrara. Now, one must learn how to improve Sahasrara itself. You know the presiding deity of the Sahasrara very well. The place of Sahasrara is in your head as you think it to be, but it's just the center of the whole universe. To develop this, you have to pay attention to your heart chakra in the fontanelle bone area. If you pay attention to the fontanelle bone area, then there you must establish the deity. But this deity has to be first established into the heart. You are very lucky people that you have the deity in person with you. The people who got realization before you people, I came on this earth, had to imagine the deities. And in that imagination, they were never perfect. But as they say that at Sahasrara, she is Mahamaya. That is how it is described. If you also see the person, you may not be knowing fully that person, or in the perfect way, or a complete way, because Mahamaya Shakti is much greater than your imagination. That's why one has to surrender. With your limited imagination or brain, one cannot see the deity. So it is said, she is Bhakti Gamya. You can know through bhakti, through devotion. So the devotion has to be there, but the devotion has to be a very clean devotion, in the sense there should be no malice in the heart. Heart should be clean. Heart, to keep it clean is very difficult. Always human beings have a relative understanding of reality. Reality is absolute. So to achieve that, one has to get rid of all the other kind of impurities that are within the heart. So in the beginning, we try to achieve our realization not with very clean heart. At that time, we had lots of attachments. We were identified with false things. And also, we thought by getting realization we'll become very powerful people. After realization, also, we started indulging into pet things. We started asking for favors for our relations, friends, mothers, sisters. And the women thought of their husbands and their brothers. They all asked for the blessings of all those with whom they were entangled. All this entanglement you got over, I know, very soon. Now the job of a avatara is such that he has to fulfill the desires of his bhaktas. For example, Sri Krishna was asked by gopis that we want you to be with us individually, with every one of us. So he divided himself into many Krishnas and he was with every one of them. So he divided himself into many Krishnas and he was with every one of them. Ask me about your brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers. I tried to do that whatever was possible. Also the kshema that you asked for, ashrams you asked for, all the things that you needed was there for your desire to be fulfilled. So at the Krishna's level, it was yoga kshema vahamyam. So the kshema was looked after at Krishna's level because it was promised.
That's good.
What next in the new era that has to come? As you have now, good families, good ashrams, good jobs, everyone is happy. Let us think of the next era. Next era is of compassion, as I told you. But any one of the chakras are weak in you still. The light that becomes white because of the 7 colors may dim out or may be defective. So all the chakras that are within us are to be looked after. To pay attention to every chakra and put compassion, the feeling of compassion on these chakras. Let us take the chakra of Sri Ganesha. You pay attention to Sri Ganesha and establish him through your thought, because now your thought is divine, in the Muladhara Chakra. Here now you have to know that in the first era of Sahaja Yoga, I could not have talked of these things to you. This is much subtler doing. Now put your feeling on that chakra. Chakra is the Pradesha, is the country, and the king is Sri Ganesh. And that's the country.
Le chakra est un pays.
Now when you put your attention onto that chakra, put your feelings towards him, a feeling of love and adoration to him to begin with. And then to manifest compassion, you have to ask nothing but one thing, that, O God of innocence, give innocence to all the people of the world. But first, you have to be innocent to ask that, otherwise it is unauthorized asking, or you can say you have no right to ask. So, to understand, in a sense, you should try to understand yourself, how your mind is working. When you say, look at anyone, do you feel that you should possess that person? Do you feel unduly attracted, or something base feeling comes into your mind? For an innocent person, when he sees a beautiful person, or a woman, or a beautiful scene, or a beautiful creation, the first thing should happen that he becomes thoughtless. There is no thought. So if there is no thought, there is no question of having any expression of possessiveness or any kind of a baser feeling. But if you pray to Sri Ganesha, also unauthorized a little bit, that please make me innocent, so that I am empowered to ask you for this boon, that wherever I go, I become the source of innocence, so that I emit innocence. When people look at me, they feel I am innocent. This is compassion. The compassion to ask him to give you the power of compassion itself. So that, as you see here, these beautiful centers, as if the light starts moving horizontally. starts moving on the sympathetic nervous system. So you become the powerful innocence yourself. You don't become stupid or childish, but you become childlike. The whole behavior is extremely dignified and innocent. Normally, if you find a person who is dignified, is not an innocent person, because he puts up a show. It's a deliberation to become serious and show that he's very dignified to impress others. And child doesn't put up the show of innocence, of dignity or anything, because the child is not aware of deliberations. But you develop that rare combination of innocent dignity. Now the other quality of, say, Sri Ganesha starts expressing itself on horizontal level, that you become discreet. That is a power, I am again saying, the power of discretion you develop. One must understand the difference between the power of discretion and discretion itself. So the power means it acts. For example, you may not speak, but if you are standing somewhere, the discretion itself will act in the situation. Like a Sahajogi, supposing, is a good Sahajogi, is going in a train, and the train has an accident. Mostly it will not have, but has. Nobody will die. So you establish the discretion, which is power itself, that acts by itself. You don't have to say that you act, it acts, but you just become the vehicle, a beautiful, clean vehicle of that discretion. Then you should believe, now you are spreading horizontally. In the first
In this complete state of oneness, let us all collectively express the desire to establish our vertical growth, to grow within, and to spread our powers horizontally. To become vehicles for these powers to manifest and act effortlessly on a horizontal plane. As we've heard in the talk from Sri Mataji, let us express and manifest our compassion on the seventh energy center. The way Sri Mataji gave example of expressing compassion in the first energy center of Muladhara, to ask for innocence for ourselves and from everyone, for everyone. Let us bring that same desire to our seventh energy center. Let us put all our compassion, the compassion we have for ourselves, for humanity, for this creation of God Almighty. That compassion which is settled in the depth of our heart. Let us bring it to our Sahasrara. In that state of compassion, let us pray and ask. Mother Kundalini, please open all our Sahasraras individually. And collectively. Please integrate our heart and our brain. Please make us integrated, completely integrated. And please make us empowered to ask for this integration. For whole of humanity. Please bless us so that this integration, the power of integration, acts within us. That our very presence integrates, brings integration in others around us through our own integration. Let us take our compassion from our heart and allow it to manifest in our Sahasrara. Our collective compassion for humanity becomes powerful and manifests effortlessly. Let's bring both our hands to our heart, cross our hands at our heart. Express our deepest gratitude for this awareness, for this knowledge, for this experience, and for our collective time together. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for our self-realization. Thank you for our self-knowledge. We can all raise our Kundalini and put ourselves into Bandha. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you, Fani. Beautiful, so beautiful. Rahul, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Beautiful.
Have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you for your
Thank
presence.
you. Thank you, Fani.
Yeah, that was just
Thank you,
incredible.
Fani.
It was.
Yeah, I'm so filled. And Rahul or Fani, will you be able to share the video in the group?
Yes, I will do.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see why that's your go-to, Fani. That's I've never seen that one, and I'll keep it forever. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kathy.
I'm
Thank
so
you,
filled.
Christian.
It's not mental, it's not emotional. It brought me to the brink of tears so many times throughout the meditation, just because of the awareness, and I don't have words. And yes, I want to say that too, the way that you prepared us today too, was, yeah, just beautiful. You are living horizontally, let me tell you.
We all are. There's there's nothing individual anymore, What happens someplace automatically happens everywhere. So we are on a horizontal
It's
plane,
so
and
good to hear. Yes.
we are all benefiting from each other in
Yeah.
countless ways that we cannot say. So we're already on that plane, and it's time for us to just enjoy and reap the benefits.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you.
Again and
Thank you.
again. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Right at the end of the talk, where it was stopped, I heard her say, because I was so deep, what was the comment about if we were on a train as Saraji yogis? Did you catch that?
If we are what? Sorry, what's the word?
If we were on a moving train and there was an accident as
yeah.
Saraji yogis, we
Yeah.
would be safe? Is that what she said?
Yes. So what happens is, and this has happened multiple times, like multiple situations, that when there is a realized soul whose connection is established and he's at any place, and if there is a calamity that is happening because of this connection that is established through this realized soul who is a Sahaj Yogi, the calamity, if it has to happen, it will happen, but nobody will be hurt. So the power of their presence acts and saves everyone around. And sometimes Srimataji says that it will not happen. Like, first of all, if it was to happen, it will not happen. Like, how they say, oh, I very slightly missed the accident. I didn't know how I was saved. That happens. Yeah, that's what she was saying.
Yeah, because I felt like a shield. Like
Yeah,
because when you're deep sometimes
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah, yeah.
hurts. And as soon as I heard that, I said, I want to know if I heard that correctly. It almost felt like, I saw the collective as shielded, is what
Correct.
came for me. Okay.
That's what it is. That's what
Yes.
it is.
Thank you so much. Such a beautiful meditation. Thank you. Have a beautiful, blessed week ahead, everyone. Thank you.
Thank
Beautiful,
you.
Fanny. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I want to say, sorry to come in here at the end, but yeah, boy, a couple of things really, everything blew my mind about your presentation. The candling was, I felt things I hadn't felt before. And of course, Freemology's talk. And when they flashed the cathedral and the stained glass windows, it was amazing. That no wonder the knowledge coming out of her and the connection I was making. I started to cry also.
That's
And,
very true.
and something that I hadn't gotten before. And you talked about it when you talked about in your daily life, your vision starts to enlighten what you're looking at.
True.
And that connected for me with how clean our heart is, how nirmala our vibrations and our heart is. That's how we connect with divine.
True.
And what you're talking about with the train, if there's I was thinking during my meditation journey that, through Sahaj, I thought surrender is the greatest thing. And I thought, oh no, merge, that's like the cleansing. And then the
Mm,
merging, I thought, oh, it's about merging. Fabulous. And now you're showing me for the first time there's even something else, which is you start to exude the
exactly. Beautiful.
vibrations, and it saves you on the train. It makes things happen auspiciously for us. I'm starting to feel like I have like intuition now. I know things like I didn't know them. Anyway, thank you so much. Everything was fabulous. I'm going to listen to this many times. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mira, for just sharing, taking the time to share because it's so important to share what you're feeling, what's going on, because that's pure knowledge. And it's also the actualization of, an experience. And it becomes very valuable for everyone when you share. It's beautiful how it unfolds.
And I also realized that in saying it, what you were just saying, I'm getting it better myself rather than just having the one meditation. I might forget what I'm, feeling or thinking. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Mira. Thank you so much for sharing. I mean, all of your presence is precious, and that's what makes our meditations better. Thank you all. Have a wonderful week ahead.
Meeting.